Most people think the book of Job is just a story about suffering. But what if I told you Job may be one of the oldest historical books ever written, and modern science keeps confirming what it says? The book of Job is likely older than Moses. There's no mention of Israel, the law, the temple, or priests. Job acts as his own priest. His wealth is measured in livestock, not money. That places Job around 2000 to 1800 BC, the same era as Abraham. Job was a real man from the land of Uz. He was wealthy, righteous, and respected. In chapters 1 and 2, Satan appears before God, not as God's equal, but under his authority. God allows Job to be tested, not destroyed. Job loses his wealth, his children, and his health, yet he does not curse God. This immediately destroys the idea that suffering always means punishment. In chapters 3 through 31, Job mourns honestly. His friends accuse him, saying his suffering must be caused by hidden sin. Job maintains his innocence. This exposes false theology. Good life does not always mean righteous. Hard life does not always mean sinful. In chapters 32 through 37, a younger man named Elihu speaks. He explains that God can use suffering to teach, refine, and warn, not just punish. Then in chapters 38 through 41, God himself speaks. God does not explain Job's suffering. Instead, he reveals creation. God speaks about the foundations of the earth, the boundaries of the oceans, weather systems, constellations like Orion and Pleiades, Leviathan and Behemoth. God proves his authority through natural law, not arguments. And here's where modern evidence lines up. Job 26.7 says the earth is hung on nothing. That was written around 2000 BC, confirmed by science thousands of years later. Job 36.27-28 accurately describes evaporation and rainfall long before the water cycle was discovered. Job 38.8-11 describes ocean boundaries, now confirmed through tidal and plate tectonic science. Job names constellations like Orion and Pleiades correctly, matching ancient astronomy. This is scientific accuracy before science existed. Finally, in chapter 42, Job humbles himself. God rebukes Job's friends for speaking falsely about him. Job is restored double what he lost. The message of Job is clear. God is sovereign. Suffering is not proof of sin. Human wisdom is limited. Creation itself